Okay, how's everybody doing? All right, we're gonna unbox this beastie over here. Just cut this strap. I'm usually fairly careful when I go along here.
It's been on a journey.
Good to have an X-Acto knife.
Just today. Over its fifth.
Or box cutter.
He keeps traversing this 18th green.
So this is Bambu Labs H2D unboxing. And we got the masters on in the background. Pretty exciting.
Consistently.
Okay, let's see what we can do here. Bambu Labs AMS combo. Let's see if I bring that down, maybe it's a little easier to see. Quick start guide. That's good. We want to take a look at that.
7 will sully all the good 5s he was feeling for a second.
So this is fun. I mean, this is the latest and greatest from Bambu Labs. And features dual extruders, a larger build plate. I've been waiting for this one for a while. I was so busy this last week or two, I haven't been able to unbox it. Okay, getting started, join our community. So this is support. I'm sure there's like stickers. Looks like a bunch of stickers here, which is cool. Support center. And quick start guide. Let's take a look at here real quick. Okay. Awesome. Okay, this is the toolbox. Let's take a gander at what we have in here. I'm not going to be able to stand for very long with my fractured hip, but I'm just going to wing it. There we go. That's the tool for swapping out heads. Standard Allen wrenches. It's probably a scraper tool. Looks like spare parts and lubricant. Great. Set that over here for temporarily. I think this is for external AMS. So that's an external spool. Filament swatches. So these show you the different available filament colors. I like these QR codes. Of course, I can't do much with them with that camera being, my iPhone camera being attached. But I do have another camera I'm going to set up specifically for doing these demos in the future. And it actually follows me around and stuff, which would be kind of cool. I've also got a little robot guy that'll follow me around named Emo. We'll set him up. So we're going to get more and more tech going here at the black hole. Try not to drool too much. I guess I could be using that cutter to slice it. I think this is just PTFE tube. Probably spare that I didn't need to open. Or maybe it does. It connects probably the AMS to the back of the printer. So over the past few months, with the X1Cs starting last July, I was an absolute newbie, but I'm learning more and more by the day, and I absolutely love this hobby when everything works. There are challenges when things jam up, and from watching videos of people using this new H2D printer, I could have been one of the first, I guess, because it was here, but I had other obligations and I wanted to meet for my customers. And so I kind of burned the midnight oil. Ah, jeez. You know what? I got to get my gripper because the more stuff I drop, I don't know what it is about aging, but I seem to drop more of these things. And so having this gripper saves me about 50 times a day. Normally it wouldn't be an issue, but with a fractured hip, it becomes kind of a pain. And this is one of our face plates that fell off here, and of course I bet the logo popped out. It's going to be worst case scenario. It's okay. Oh, that's interesting. So, when he made these, I'll show you. So these are replacement Soundbox face plates, and they're pretty cool. We had them manufactured in China, and the original logo fits right in here. Now, I gather this piece was, looks like they must have used two-sided tape. Now that I know that, Tristan's been great about designing these and getting the manufacturers to make them for us. But sometimes these two screws, NeXT has such a tight tolerance on things that it's difficult to get everything to line up. And let's see, I know I have a sound box over here. Here I go on a tangent again. But I just kind of like to wing it.
Jerry and Rosie. Watching right now.
Okay, so it's going to be on the bottom shelf. Bear with me. Of course, I'm going to have the sound box handy when I need it. Oh gosh. It's helping to have things going into place so I know where they're at, rather than it just be a complete mess around here. And I wanted to do that for a long time, and now that I have some assistants that can help with my organization, it makes it a lot easier. So these are pretty amazing. I had a bunch of these original NeXT shells. Ooh, I can even see what's happening here in theory with the camera. Okay, where is it? Why isn't it there? Let's see. Let's point this down, maybe just a little more. Okay. Hey. So that comes in really handy there. And I'll, of course, glue that back in place, but these fit perfectly. I had a bunch of shells, and I had a bunch of ADB cards. And so we have so many talented engineers. We were able to, like Brian Archer, for example. Let's see, let's get the cat fur out of there. Came up with a way to modify this ADB sound card. And the advantage is it's now dual compatible. So NeXT had two flavors of keyboards and mice. If you have a symbol like this, that means it's ADB. And if you have a keyboard icon, it's usually non-ADB. Well, by adding in just a little 48 ohm resistor, cutting some traces up here, and, or just I've got a friend, Matt, that recaps motherboards for me. So this is actually a recapped sound card. He does that for me as well. And then he also mods it. So we've got a little schematic on how to do this if you want to try a DIY one. But I've got a bunch of these that I have now that I'm going to have up for sale along with our third-party cards. But this was the key down here, this little circuit, by adding in these little resistors and then delicately with the soldering gun make a little circuit, and then it goes into our little connector here. This box will now support non-ADB as well as ADB peripherals, which is huge because most of NeXT peripherals are non-ADB. And all of the hardware, or most of it, is non-ADB specific. Only the last versions of NeXT hardware are dual compatible. So as usual, I'm making more work for myself when that plate fell off back here. I'm trying, as I say, to keep more organized. Good God. But it's just a revolving physics project around here. I do my best, but it only takes like 30 minutes, and soon stuff getting shuffled around, and what a mess. Bless this mess. So this grabber I found has a magnet on the end too, which comes in handy for getting screws and nuts and bolts and anything else with metal in it. As I say, a lot of things go on the floor, and it never was a problem until I had a fractured hip. Okay. And you know what I have here, too, that I can show you the difference. We might as well go back to our faceplate for just a second. So, is this an original NeXT one? I believe it is. So this was the original NeXT design here. And as you can see, pretty close. Amazing, even in color. And that's what we were after. And that's why these 3D printers are important. Because now, with this particular printer, I am going to be able to make full-size NeXT cube cases. And this printer handles all kinds of exotic filaments, including metals. So, my thought is we will be able to create custom NeXT cube cases. Alright, so I'm going to get back to this over here, our unboxing. And by unboxing, I'm going to rebox stuff and then come back to it later. As obviously I don't want to make a big mess. And I think I'm going to need these tools probably. I'm just gathering. And I need to look at that manual. Now, the Masters is, I love golf. Is one of my favorite tournaments, if not the favorite of the year. And I had it DVR'd because I was working on and off all day on Sunday, as usual. And so I had some calls come in. I was on the calls. And wouldn't you know it, it winds up being tied on 18. So they started the overtime, the extra hole. And the DVR stops recording automatically because they only had a certain amount of time allocated for it. So I've been left in suspense for many hours and avoiding all news. I figured at some point there would be news that would pop up somewhere, but so far I've been successful. So I still don't know who won 4 hours ago, so that's going to be kind of fun to see.
I thought for sure the second shuffle would be somewhere in the area.
And I thought, well, I just play that while I'm unboxing this thing. Okay, so there's usually method to the madness here. Looks like these kind of remove. All right. And if possible, don't go in like a kid on Christmas and rip stuff out, because you'll find these boxes are handy, and it says do not lose this box in case there are any issues. It makes it so you can send the printer back if needed, or if you go to resell it, having the original packing materials is important, especially to something like this printer where it's very heavy. It's 90 pounds. And so I have a plan, and we'll see if it's going to work. One of the things I did was I invested in this special dolly, and I'll show you how it works here in a minute. But we're just kind of working our way into the box. I'm hoping that I'm getting this. Let me make sure. It looks like it is. I guess I should adjust the camera just a tinge and make sure it's still recording. Is it? Great. So we're 16 minutes in. Okay. Okay, this is probably going to pop straight up, I'm gathering, like that. I've been doing this 30-some years, so I'm kind of familiar with a lot of packaging and the way things work. And this is just really well designed, I can see. And so if you take your time, you can usually reverse engineer the way they pack this in. That's a really good quality molded foam. I'm wondering if they don't print that. I wouldn't be surprised, because I have some filament that you can actually make gliders with. So I'm looking forward to doing that in drones. It's made specifically for that. Okay, so now we're down to the main printer. This is where it's going to get interesting. I'm wondering if there's an AMS on top or inside. Let's see. So what I'm going to do is call this part one of the unboxing, and I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to upload this, and then we're going to come back, because I want to take a look at how to properly remove this. I can kind of feel some bubble wrapping down here along the sides. It's probably tucked in. Yep. Wow, that's really nice. As I say, save all this stuff and put it back in the box once it's unboxed, and you'll be doing yourself a favor in the long run. Okay, it feels like that's probably, I'm going to get my headlamp on too so I can see down in there, and how this plastic bag works. You know what I should have done? I could have probably, I may still do this, is I'll tilt this 90 degrees. I'm going to open the bottom of the box, and with this it's an elevator. And then tip the printer back up, and then raise it up to the level of this table, and then slide it over that way. For me to lift that thing out right now, I'd throw out my back and further damage my hip. So that's how the method to the madness. As I say, I'm going to kind of look at my options here to get into this. And it looks like, you know, there's tape I can undo, pull this, and probably if I could get the center automatic material system out of there, that will eliminate a lot of the weight, so it's going to make it more manageable. Normally it even has on the box a two-person job, but I'm excited to just do this tonight. So Rory missed, and that's what I want to watch too, and see who wins in the overtime. Okay, stay tuned. The unboxing shall continue for the H2D Bambu printer.